What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Work Knife Balance. I am really excited for the knife we're going to be looking at today. We're going to be taking a look at the Kizer Phoenix, designed by your boy Mattisfaction, Matthew Hawley. Super excited to look at this. I'm excited to kind of dive in a little of this with y'all. But before we get too far into that, if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe and hit the like button down below. You can also head over to Instagram and like us at WorkKnifeBalance939. You can send us a knife if we review it and send it back to you. We'll give you one of these sweet little stickers. Not if we send it back. When we send it back, we'll give you one of these sweet little stickers along with some other swag and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into this right here. So this is the Kizer Phoenix, designed by Mattisfaction, Matthew Hawley, designed for his son Eli. So this is a really fun knife for sure. Not one that I would initially buy just out of design, but because it was designed by Mattisfaction, it is definitely one that is going to be in my collection forever, because I really appreciate Matthew and everything he does for the community. Plus, it is a pretty wicked knife for sure. After having this for a little bit, it's been really fun to play with it, mess around, and I've been able to see how slicey it is and definitely how eye-catching it is. So there's some really cool things about this knife, and one of them being this fat carbon that comes right here. So it has got this orange and red to it. It's a Mars Valley fat carbon, I believe, as it comes through here. So it's kind of this shred carbon with different colors. And one of the cool things about it is every knife is going to be a little different, with a little different pops of color, little different areas to it. This one kind of came out with more of the grays and blacks and little accents of red throughout. Thought that was fantastic, really cool. One thing I would add if I was Kizer is I would have had this backspacer have kind of like a burnt red to it. I personally think that would have added a little bit more color to every knife, and then give a little bit of a pop to it. Other than that, this thing's a banger. This thing is a banger for sure. Sitting on S35 VN steel, which is a really nice steel. You do have aluminum bolsters on this right here, and it is a liner lock. So you've got the thumb studs that you can flip it out with. You can do the front thumb stud. You can reverse flick off this backside for that thumb stud right there. And you have the flipper on the backside that you can flip it out with. You have a really nice clip point blade with decent jimping, not the most amazing jimping. I do know the prototype had better jimping, and Matthew has come out and said that the prototype had way better jimping, and he will show you how it had better jimping. But this isn't bad. It's not bad. It's just not what we saw on the prototype. So, don't know what happened there or why they changed it, but it's not bad. So I'm not going to knock it for that or say it's bad, because I never saw held the prototype. And from what I'm seeing and feeling, I like this. So I think Matthew just kind of had a little bit of a was at a disadvantage, because he saw how cool and deep that jimping could be, and then when he got this, he was like, no, I want it to be like the prototype. But really, this isn't bad, and I actually kind of like it. So without having that prototype in my mind and knowing what it could be, I think it's fantastic jimping on that right there. You got a really good backspacer on this too. You've got a backspacer with some jimping going through it as well. Really nice, really cool. The show side of this knife is beautiful. It is so clean. It is so clean. The black hardware kind of hides in there with the carbon fiber, so that's nice. And I like how they have a flat pivot on this. You don't have the dual side pivots or anything. That just once again goes in there and hides a little bit too. You do have a little bit of a chamfered edge right in there, so you can get easy access to that liner lock, which is good. And this action is amazing. Just kind of a little shake shut drop in there. If you go ahead and open it up, you can kind of let it drop to the thumb and then shake shut itself close. It is absolutely butter. It is super dialed in, very centered in there as well. It is a larger knife. So if we go ahead and use our comparisons and our side-by-sides right here, you've got the Phoenix right there. Go ahead and pull out a pair of 3, showing you that it's definitely bigger than that. Go ahead and pull out the Civivi Elementum, and showing you that it's bigger than that as well. Both those are great EDC compact knives. A lot of people are going to carry and have in their collection, and it's going to kind of eclipse both of those. And then if we pull out our Sebenza, you've got the large Sebenza. Shows you that Sebenza's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit bigger on the tip, and the handle's about the same, but it shows you how it is a large knife for sure. These are coming in a little bit over, under 200, but a little bit over that 150 mark. You can get these right now for 160 bucks, which is pretty sweet. So we'll go ahead and put that link down below. I highly recommend picking one up because they are pretty amazing. And then you support Satisfaction a little bit too with that. But these do range anywhere from 160 to about 180, I believe, when they dropped, 180, 185. So right now is a great time to pick one up because they're a little bit cheaper just for the holiday season and everything like that. So if it is an Amazon link down below, it does support our channel, and we thank you for that support. If it's not, just follow it and know that it's not supporting our channel, so you don't have to worry about anything. Yeah, I don't have much else to say about this knife. We'll do a quick measurement since I got it out. Tip to tail, what we're looking at. Tip to tail, we're looking just under 8.5. We'll say 8.45 or so. And then the blade, we're looking at about 3.5 with about 3.45 on that cutting edge. So the cutting edge a little bit smaller, but 3.5-inch blade is absolutely amazing. Legal in most places when you're under 3.5. Definitely if you're under 3, it's going to be legal. So it's going to be a really good knife for almost anyone to carry, and a beautiful clip point blade with that. I believe it's like a DLC coated on that black. I mean, it does have a black finish to it, which is nice. But yeah, great EDC knife, really fun, really nice knife to go with. And you do have a really good deep carry pocket clip on this side with some good retention as it comes through right there as well. So not much else to say about this one. I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. Let you look at this beautiful knife one last time before we head on. But until next time, TTFN.